So I got back home. I decided not to get food at the soup kitchen because I wanted to get back home in case I had that type of reaction again. Um, this happens to me. If I eat bread, it happens faster if I eat something greasy. Essentially what has happened is my last meal was bread and it was yesterday, and my body, because it can't process it, and I'm possibly slightly allergic. My insides swell up, and so your insides are swollen, and it's larger than normal, and so though it's that they start pulsating to push the food through, and because it's the tubes are expanded, the pulsating puts pressure on my nerves and my veins. And when you have pressure pushed against your nerves, it can cause you to pass out. It can cause your blood pressure to drop. Um, this was terrifying when I didn't know what it was. It's still terrifying now that I know what it is, but back like a couple of years ago, when this was happening regularly and I had no idea what was happening, I genuinely thought that it was like I would think, oh, my blood sugar dropped because it comes on so fast and suddenly I'm about to pass out. And so I used to think that it was my blood sugar dropping, and now I know that it's my it's called a vasovagal reaction, vasovagal fainting. Um, if you've ever watched the show Scrubs, they talked about this in that show when JD faints when he poops. It's essentially what happened. I needed to poop, and it caused me to faint. Um, Out in public, it's wonderful. It's just fantastic. Um, I don't really even know what to do to control it because it comes and goes. Like sometimes I can eat bread and be fine. Sometimes the next day this will happen. Sometimes it'll happen within minutes. Like my body is so finicky and I don't know what causes it. But the reason I didn't go to the hospital is because since I do know what's causing it, I know that the hospital can't do anything. The last time I went to the hospital, for something like this, it was my bowels had inflamed to the point that my back had locked up. And all the emergency room could tell me was that I had bowel inflammation. That was it. I was there all day for them to tell me, "Oh, you've got some bowel inflammation. Take some aspirin." So I didn't feel a reason to go to the hospital just to have that happen again. Now if it had gotten to, like, I guess if I had started having a seizure or anything drastic like that, somebody out there eventually would have called an ambulance. But there have been multiple times since I've been here in Los Angeles that I've just had to stop and sit down or lay down on a sidewalk and just kind of wait for it to pass. It's not something that is a hospital worthy experience, but it is a day ruiner and an absolutely terrifying experience.